it going, crypto boss Andrew family? Let's look at the coin YFI because I did have an alert go off on it. I had my alert at 7,600, and we did make a higher high on that wick. I think it went off. We did make a higher high today, up to 81.35. So this is a coin that I'm kind of had an alert on and kind of watching it. You have this upsloping support line that's kind of forming now. You might get a retest of that around $7,000, $7,200. You're well above the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. Let's go back to the daily chart and start there. Even the daily chart is above the 200-day. Wait a second. Let me see if it is. Actually, it's right now the 200-day moving average on the daily chart is currently at 777, so it's about $100 below it. But it was testing it, got rejected short term, but it's trying to break above it. I think it will break above it based on the RSI being so low. It's getting the bounce higher low. So now going to the smaller time frames, it is above the 200-day moving average on the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart made a higher high, I should say, and it's overbought now, and it is getting the correction. It barely made a higher high. It was almost a double top, but it did make a higher high by the slightest of margins. If we go look at the 1-hour chart, 1-hour chart's completely oversold, basically saying that you're making a higher low, you're probably going to make a higher high above 81.35. So that's what I would look at. I would expect in the next day to have probably much sooner, in the next 12 hours actually, to have a move above 81.50. And if you just go to the smaller time frames, this is kind of when the smaller time frames could actually be your friend. Now it's saying the smaller time frames are overbought in the 15-minute chart. Can't break above the previous high. So actually, 15-minute chart is showing bearish divergence, but 1-hour chart still looks really juicy. So I would not be surprised at all if the 1-hour could beat out the 15-minute, because that could be a falling wedge right now. So basically, what I'm looking at right now is a possible falling wedge on YFI. It might be pushing it a little bit to call it a falling wedge, but if you call it a falling wedge, take it from the top to the last local low, you're looking at a measure move of approximately, conservatively, 8,600. So that's kind of what I'm watching out for right now on YFI. We'll see if it happens. But to me, YFI does look bullish on the 1-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, it needs to reset. But as long as it makes a higher low and does not go below 7,100, I would say that you're still bullish. As long as YFI stays above $7,100, you're still bullish on the 4-hour time frame for it. And on the daily chart, you're bullish if you can beat $7,800. So those are the things you have to be, prices to be on certain time frames. So short term, I'm looking for YFI to beat $7,800. If it does that, I'd be bullish on it on the macro time frames as well as the smaller time frames. If you guys enjoyed this analysis, I appreciate if you hit that like, subscribe button. And I guess before I leave, let me look at the next resistance to the upside. You have resistance up here at 86.59. So that's kind of what I'd be targeting next stop for the Bitcoin or for the YFI bulls to target. With that being said, guys, that's all I got. If you guys have other requests, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video.